My Big Fat Fabulous Life star Barbara Thore has died at the age of 76. Her daughter Whitney Thore announced the sad news that her mother had passed away on Wednesday in an emotional post on Instagram, which reads in part, "Rest in peace, sweet mommy, June 22nd, 1946 through December 7th, 2022. My mother died last night, just as the credits rolled on her favorite movie. Dad, Hunter, and I held her as she took her last breaths. It was 10:32 p.m., the same exact time she brought me into this world almost 40 years ago." The reality star shared that her mother had cerebral amyloid angiopathy, which caused her mom to suffer, quote, brain bleeding. She also noted how much her mom loved being a part of their TLC show, saying it gave her a sense of purpose and excitement. Prior to her mom's death, Access spoke with Whitney in 2021, and the reality star spoke about the current season of her show and more.
What would be some advice to fans or viewers who have gone through a breakup or maybe can relate to your situation for how to get through that time?
Honestly, for me, I think it was really hard because I would say lean on your friends and family, lean on people who remind you who you are, lean on people who can uplift you and all that kind of stuff. And I think this happening through COVID made that really difficult because I just did not really have a lot of the coping mechanisms that I would have had otherwise. But that's still my best advice because I think when you go through something that kind of earth shattering, you internalize things, you start to blame yourself. You think, what's wrong with me and all this kind of stuff. And also like in a relationship where your identity has been intertwined with someone else. And then you're like, who am I now? And all that kind of stuff. So I just think it's important to remember who you are, to remember that you were a full person before that person came along, and you're the same person as you were now that they're gone. And it just helps to have people who love you unconditionally to remind you of that, and also just to bring joy into your daily life. Like, I think every moment that you can have happiness, even for like a few minutes, it's a reminder that like, oh, there's something else beyond this pain. And it makes you want to stick it out to find that on the other side.